Hi guys, welcome back. I felt very inspired to come on here and share something for the collective that I am a part of as well. If you probably have noticed that the if you're watching it around the time that I'm actually uploading it, then we are very close to a full moon, and there's a lot of heavy energy. And for us that are on the twin flame journey, we are very, very close to reunion, very close to merging our inner polarities. And what I have been seeing, and probably you have been feeling and seeing too, is that our divine masculines are going through a huge, huge shift. Um, I have been getting a lot of messages about the divine masculines, that it's not that just it's not just that they're awakening and they're starting to noticing things, because they have been awake for quite a while actually, and they have been seeing things. It's just that the divine masculine's nature and how a divine masculine kind of process um, all of the information and all of the signs that and experiences that they're experiencing, it's a little bit different. It's a little slower because divine masculines have a much slower cycle, which is a year, because it's just like our sun, it has a yearly cycle. We divine feminines have a monthly cycle, and so it takes a while longer for the divine masculine to maybe not notice certain things, but to close out certain cycles, or just close out cycles in general. So what I wanted to say was that if you're hearing this message, hi, hello, you are a part of the collective that has a divine masculine that has gone through, is going through, or is just about to have a really huge turn of perspective, or a switch of perspective, change of perspective, when it comes to the people and the situations that they have surrounded themselves with in their 3D reality. And it's not just like a little thing there and a little thing there, like it's not just small moments of clarity. It's almost like the kind of clarity, it's divine intervention I hear, but it's almost like the light switch has been switched on and they have connected the dots, and they will not be able to deny any of the things that they're seeing now. As we know, if you have been on this journey for a while, which you have been, you do understand that um, our divine masculines, they tend to deny because of their wounding and the social conditioning and their soul's journey, um, their intention or their soul's intention to what to experience in this life. They are very much buried underneath a mountain of really negative patterns and behaviors, and there's a lot of social conditioning that is extremely toxic, and they have spent their whole lives denying what their intuition has been telling them about the people that they have surrounded themselves with. We all do it really, no matter whether we are the of the divine feminine species. I was going to say either we are of the feminine polarity or the masculine polarity. We people as humans, we kind of tend to um, grow very comfortable even if our circumstances are bad, or we perceive them as negative. Even if we wholeheartedly wish for a change, we do kind of grow to learn to navigate the difficult circumstances. And so a lot of times it's kind of difficult for us humans to break free from like our comfort zone. But for the divine masculine, there has been so much mm, ancestral curses, programming, social programming, so much wounds, so many behavioral patterns that they had to learn. And I'm saying had to in quotation marks. This is, of course, that has been their path, but they have learned a lot of ways to really neglect their emotional needs, what their intuition has been have been telling them, what they kind of like, whatever, like however they would put it, whether like they could call it their instinct, but they pretty much learn to turn a blind eye to a lot of the things that are happening or have been happening or they have gone through in their 3D reality. And right now there is a divine intervention happening. It is, I do believe, if I remember correctly, Venus retrograde, which is all about kind of like all the karmic connections that are not meant to be in our life. All of it comes up to the surface again, together with a clarity for us people to be able to actually walk away from these things. If I'm not mistaken, I am not very proficient when it comes to astrology, but I believe I've seen something like this, that we're kind of in that time right now, as at the moment where I am recording this. But there is huge clarity, and it's, again, I want to stress it, that it's not just like, oh, now I see a certain part. It's almost like they kind of got a glimpse, or not a glimpse, but they kind of see the big picture, and it's no longer, they are no longer able to deny or explain these things as something. However they chose to cope with these things in the past, they can no longer give um, those same excuses in order to cope. Like, they are not able to look away anymore. They're no longer able to deny themselves and what they feel, how they feel, and how these situations and these people are making them feel. And if you are a divine masculine going through it, I am sending you a lot of light and really positive, high vibrational energy. Um, you're going through it. You, as tough as it is, as earth shattering for you, remember that you are created specifically to be able to overcome this and be a winner, to kind of get through it, not just get through it, but actually overcome it and be victorious. There has been a lot of Six of Wands energy, a lot of strength energy, a lot of devil energies coming up, and I see it um, both when I do my own readings and when I'm receiving messages and I watch other readers and their readings. And there's a lot of the Six of Wands energy. And for us divine feminines, I just want to say that you are probably experiencing a very, whew, very intense roller coaster. And yes, people will always say that for us, that for the divine feminines that are on the journey of the twin flames, it really is. Sometimes it can be, it's not even from day to day, it can be from moment to moment, but there is this really intense energy. There has been a lot of anger coming up, a lot of resentment. um, I am a little bit above talking and really paying attention and giving my energy to topics like karmic attacks. Everything comes from the source, even these situations and things that we would, let's say, perceive as negative. So it's not an attack, it's an opportunity for you to rise above it. But the energies are very heavy. It is quite challenging to kind of come back to yourself and to stay grounded. There's a lot of information being shown to our divine masculines about everything, and because they have spent their lives pretty much avoiding and pretending that they're not angry at the situations that they have found themselves in, at the people around them, at their choices that they have made. Now all of that anger actually comes up and comes back up again, and they are going through it, they are feeling it, they're acting out on it, probably. um, if you hear me, by the way, I just want to say, if you hear me pausing in between my words, it is because I'm channeling, so I apologize for that. I am not ever going to um, change that, because this is how it works, this is the truth. And I am not going to be cutting any of my videos, because I want to come here and be authentic for all of you guys. um, but yeah, it's a lot of anger, a lot of things are coming up, and no matter how things are looking between you and your counterpart, whether I'm speaking to a divine feminine or the divine masculine, um, have compassion for yourself first of all, because your divine counterpart will understand whatever it is that comes up for you and what you need to heal and release. So please take care of yourselves, love yourselves, spoil yourselves. And for us that, or I will say like this, for the moments where these really heavy emotions come up, where it's extremely overwhelming, especially if you're very close to reunion and very close to merging with your with the other polarity within your dynamic, the energy is so overwhelming that even though you are an ascended master, you are an alchemist, you are doing the work, and even though you have learned already so much, because if you look back, you cannot notice just how much you have actually have learned, how to take care of yourself, how to get through these things. When you heal, when you purge, when you're working through things, it is still very difficult. Just remember to have patience for yourself and compassion and love, because this is just a momentary thing. It's going to pass. And please, whether you are the divine feminine or the divine masculine, remember that you're created so that you can overcome this and be victorious over whatever it is that you're going through, whether it's difficult family dynamic, a dead marriage, a complicated romantic situation, really toxic environment, work, money, whatever it is. Remember, you are created to be victorious over these things, to succeed at overcoming it and coming on top of it, or coming out on top of it. And you always are receiving guidance to help you at each moment. So please tune in, be very mindful of the things that you see, hear, that come up. And yeah, you cannot lose, you cannot fail, you cannot destroy anything. Everything is going to work out. So I just wanted to say this. You guys, take care of yourselves. I am sending you a lot of love and a lot of light and healing energy, and we will make it. Okay, bye. Take care.